EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First play and a first pass for Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Murray now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Murray now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's fielded at the 45. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Five yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak. It's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. If it's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side, sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Off play action. Anthony. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively.
And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are on the board first here this afternoon. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
Can't we score? What are y'all doing?
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here's Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Murray. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
Murray going to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bohorquin. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, Huggins. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Here's a 2nd and 5. About 3 yards there to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, Huggins. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Here we go on 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Down the sideline he goes. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number 1, it's easy for him to get lost. And number 2, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. To throw is Murray. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Cardinals! Elijah Mitchell from 3 yards out. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception there. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take over here up near the 40. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
After the turnover, here's Murray, flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, they have really gotten after him in this first half. He's been on the run throughout. And you can imagine he just might have some words for his linemen come halftime.
2nd and 10. Now Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. To throw, it's Murray. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. He'll try again. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The offense on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on.
Throwing now is Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
2nd and 7.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Looking to throw. Anthony. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San Francisco.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Cardinals 6.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Murray got him in. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards. And the Cardinals
First down, Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. Breaks a tackle. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Bosa able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 101 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just a series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball?
Touchdown, 49ers. A.T. Perry, 37 yards. And the 49ers are able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run on 1st down. Huggins. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 25 yards. And the 49ers have taken a 5-touchdown lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
This could be a turning point. That's how it's done.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Murray. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Get him! Grab him up! Block him, baby, block him!
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Anthony.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
You guys are garbage. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's get that ball. Go.
On 1st down, Huggins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, you gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. Huggins, they're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Anthony. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
They'll run on first down. Huggins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point try now for Moody. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Niners 49, Cardinals 6.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been
under pressure. They got him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long.
Now back to throw. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
177 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 3.
They'll keep it on the ground. Huggins, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4 yards. First down, 49ers.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's Murray from midfield. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in.
You gotta be kidding me. Are we watching the same game, Ross? You see the replay?
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. A quick throw here out to Brown. So nothing doing there. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 15 at the 20-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. This time, the extra point up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll keep it on the ground. Weeks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. And the 49er first down.
They'll try the left side. Weeks. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd down, Weeks. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Huggins. Powers past him at midfield.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, it'll be a 13th win on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it just keeps getting worse as they're going to fall to 1-14. And they'll get a